So today, we will be covering what are the top 3 questions we always receive as a mortgage broker. How I can increase my loan amount. Yes, so this is one of the most commonly asked questions we receive from our client. Like they always ask me, hey Kenneth, my loan amount now, I gotten an indicative from the banks is example $1 million, but I need 1.5 mil. How can I increase my loan amount to 1.5 mil? What can be done? This will be the tips we will be covering today that will help you to increase your loan amount. So number 1, you need to know, on my previous episode, I did share that it's good to have a credit card, but if you have multiple credit cards, 10 to 20 credit cards, and you actually use all the credit cards, it actually lower your loan amount, because each credit card usage, the banks take example of $50 commitment on each credit card. So one way to increase your loan amount is to pay in advance on all your credit card. So let me give you an example. Example, you're holding a credit card with A Bank, and every time you know that the statement date is dated on 15th of the month. So what you can do is make payment 5 days before. If you have an internet banking, you can always log on your phone, check your internet banking, what's your outstanding on your credit card, make the payment 5 days in advance, okay, before receiving a statement, so that when you receive your credit card statement, the commitment is 0. This will be one way potentially can help you increase your loan amount. So credit cards, pay in advance. Point number 2, if you have a car loan, and if the outstanding loan amount is like 50,000 or 60,000 or below 100K, and you have the cash to pay off your car loan, you can choose to pay off your car loan. That will also help you to increase your loan amount, because sometimes your car loan installment is 1,000, 1,500 or 2,000. That will actually affect the maximum loan amount you can go for if you are going for slightly higher mortgage loan amount. But by removing this $1,000, that makes a huge difference in terms of how much you can loan. Okay? Point number 3, this is the most commonly used on to increasing your loan amount. So the banks do have a certain set of criteria that not just looking at your monthly salary, your annual salary. There is one more plus point you can use is to show your personal net worth. What do I mean by personal net worth? So personal net worth will be like your individual bank's account, how much cash you have in it, okay? That will actually potentially helps you to increase your loan amount. That means the banks can look at your personal net worth and using the cash you have to translate into a monthly income. So there's actually a standard formula that we calculate. By example, every 100K you have is equivalent to $625 of monthly salary. So that will actually increase your loan amount. So imagine if you have 1 million sitting in your bank account, that is equivalent to $6,250 of monthly salary. Another way is that you actually pledge some cash to the banks. What do I mean by pledge? Pledging means that you are locking up certain funds with the banks for 4 years minimum, and that will also helps you to increase your loan amount. So example, initially you can only secure a 1 million loan, and how we can increase to 1.5, the banks can work out the figures based on your income. By doing a pledging of 200K, you can get a 1.5 million loan amount. But of course, every customer is different, because based on your age, your monthly salary, your annual salary, and your commitment is different. So there's no exact formula for anyone, but we can always base on your individual profile to make up the difference. What is the loan amount, or what is the pledging amount required to increase your loan amount by 500K? So one scenario is by pledging 200K to the banks and increase 500. But of course, this does not apply for all customers. That it definitely by pledging 200K. As I mentioned, it depends on your profile. For pledging, you also need to show to the banks that you have this X amount of dollars in your bank account during the loan application. And subsequently, 2 weeks before disbursing a loan, you need to put into the bank which you are applying for the mortgage loan. One of the very common questions I get from my clients are, Kenneth, when I put in this pledging, is there interest? Technically, for pledging sums, you don't get interest, or you get very minimal interest, maybe 0.1 or 0.2 or less than that, because technically this is to fulfill the criteria of TDSR, the total debt servicing ratio. So technically there is no interest rate if you are doing pledging to get a higher loan amount. these are the ways that we can potentially help you to increase your loan amount. So